so much more that we can glean if we can question him. Knowledge is the key to anything. It's the one lesson that Ronick learned before the fall of his home. And with that ever-present memory sort of tingling in his mind, I'll use my free action to shout to him. We'll give you one last chance. Defilers of souls and those who would work against the natural order of this world. Your sins weigh heavily upon you. You have one last chance to make it out of this. And I'm going to cast Suggestion once more at second level. That'll be a Wisdom saving throw DC 15.
Where's my modifier? Alright, so he fails the save. Fails save. Pursues course of action described. Course of action. So, what exactly are you suggesting to him? That he, speak to you guys?
So as he once more pulls out the snake's tongue and the drop of sweet oil, the magic words flicker the tongue, and sort of floating upon the air itself are the whispered words of drop your tome, kneel and surrender. A single sentence, which by the description of this spell works. It ultimately all kind of goes to the same thing. It's not a complicated order.
Yeah, just reading here real quick. Because you can't suggest harm to self.
I can't be like, yo, kill yourself, dog.
Right. And you see him, he's trying to struggle against the spell, but he's so weakened in this state now that he kind of leans forward, places a hand on his leg as he drops to the ground and leans back. His arms are down as he just sits there. His book has fallen to the ground. This large, thick, leather-bound tome, all black, with these dark, really old, worn pages that you can kind of discern at this distance. Kind of falls there, half opened, and he's just... This is not how I expected this to end.
Life is funny like that. Everyone, bind him quickly. And I'm also going to take, if you'll allow it, assuming we're out of combat at DM, I'd like to take some cloth and wrap it around the book. Ronick is going to be careful not to make direct contact with it, but this is something to be studied and observed.
Okay. Yeah. You pull out some extra cloth and do that. Someone want to attempt maybe like an athletics check to bind him?
I'm all over that.
Alright.
Okay.
With
Quite
ease. No.
Quite easily and very securely, you've bound his arms and his feet as he now just sits on the stone floor, littered with wounds. His hair is a mess, and he's sweat and blood on his face as he sits there, essentially incapacitated, but still, he's still awake. He's kind of like dozing in and out of consciousness a little bit, but he hasn't passed out completely yet.
Ronick's going to glance to Nissa or somebody. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Sorry.
Basically, like, we shouldn't let him die.
Nissa will give him a nod, and I'll hit him with a little healing word. I don't want to go all the way with a cure wounds. I'm not that much of a philanthropist.
What?
So that is... I just click this and it'll go?
I think so. I'm not sure how you have it set So 6. Okay.
See, I can play nice if you do.
I'm not here to play nice.
No, you were here to play creepy magic with zombies, weren't you?
Creepy magic. Oh. You... None of you truly know. But it's okay. Even
Oh,
if
we'll
I-
know everything soon, friend.
Even though I failed here,
You did.
it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
And we're going to know all about this grand scheme. And by the end of this, the only thing that will get you through our questioning is knowledge of your own failure.
I
As Adrian-
failed.
Maybe that pain will supersede ours.
Adrian's sketching madly, and at that moment, she's just like, "No, I can understand this. Give me like 5 more minutes.
You know what this is.
I can figure it out. We'll see." I mean,
Excellent.
I can Arcana roll or something. Would you like that?
What are you trying to roll against?
I just Arcana of figuring out what this is.
What the magic circle is?
Yeah, what it's for. Like, get an insight of maybe what he's wanting to do. Like, I can do. Tell me what to roll, DM, and I will roll.
Oh, you can just you guys made an attempt on Arcana before, but go ahead and roll another one. Now that you've got a little bit more time to actually study it instead of just glance at it.
That is a
Uh,
26.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright. We'll take care of that in a minute.
He's like, I've been
A
just
question-
devoting my life to magic. I got this. Hold on.
Question for the DM. Can I
Yeah.
message somebody about something they might notice about Ronick?
Yeah, go for it.
Beautiful. Please, continue.
So, I was merely here to attempt a test. Nothing more. It meant nothing personal to me. I'm technically dead anyways. I died 50 years ago.
That explains the smell.
But you can ask me whatever you want. I'm not guaranteeing I'll divulge anything.
You're not excited to share your knowledge about the magic that you've been doing at all?
No, I was merely meant to report the results of the experiment.
Who to?
You were talking such a good
This
game
is
Someone
fascinating.
before.
greater, someone beyond your comprehension.
Humor us.
Are they calling me stupid because I'm blonde? Very offensive. Kind of disappointing. Especially some from your age.
Make no assumptions about you, only that mortals cannot comprehend the mind of God. It is beyond us.
Which god?
An old one.
Aren't they all old? Like, which one specifically? Because, you know, for research purposes, we've got to know these things. Because you're a terrible wizard if you don't write stuff down, right?
I don't know his name.
Do you know what he looks like?
No. No one knows what he looks like.
If you don't know his name, you don't know what he looks like. How do you know he's even a god?
Because he brought me back from beyond the grave. Brought my soul back from beyond.
Well, I can do that. Does that make me a god? No.
No,
How do you look like one?
it's
I don't know you that well, but you look like one.
not the same. He has unlimited access to reach wherever he desires to bring forth whatever he wants.
So what you're telling me is you're not doing this magic for fun, you're doing this magic because you're being told to do so.
I am compelled, so to speak, within very strict confines.
So that's a yes to...
Yes.
You have any remorse for what you've done?
The dead do not have remorse.
And yet the dead took the lives of the living, and you feel nothing for what you've done.
I cannot feel anything. I have no emotions. I simply exist to do bidding. That is all.
Are you part
I
of
know
the
you don't-
cult? Sorry, Ren.
Part of the cult? No. No. I am not part of any cult.
Do you have an understanding of why it is that you were doing what you were doing?
Because he willed it.
Do you perhaps know why he willed it? It's pretty intricate work, I'm curious.
Indeed. Mixing different magics is intricate indeed. It's volatile as well, which is why I was performing experiments. Someone who's already dead.
Why don't we get on to something a little more useful? Is there anybody here that wasn't killed in your sick little experiment? Any survivors?
Possibly.
Possibly. He looks over to Totem. I think our friend could use a bit of convincing.
I still have Witch Bolt going.
Well, that could work as well, but two's greater than one, isn't it? And at this point, you all can kind of see his eyes darkening just slightly.
And while Ronick said that, Tom kind of like will kick him like on his knee to like make him like fall down to his knees, and make it look like he's getting ready to swing with his axe.
Go ahead. Do what you need to do. The experiment is complete anyways.
Is there anything you want us to tell somebody?
I have no wants or desires.
Dude, your life sucks.
I have no life.
Yeah,
My
that
life
sucks.
ended. I suppose you could say that, but I have
So you
no
came
protect-
back from the dead just to follow the orders of some guy you don't even know, like, who he is, what he looks like? That's,
Can I make an Arcana check to see if, or not Arcana, but, well, I guess it would be Arcana because that's the only thing I know, but to recognize what it is perhaps that's brought him back, that has him under this compulsion, because if he died so long ago and he's a high-powered wizard, there had to have been something that brought him back.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Arcana? Or...
Yeah, Arcana's fine.
Arcana? That is an 18.
Okay. Note that for just a minute. Little one, my existence means nothing. I already lived out my life, and I was brought back, and here I am.
That's why your existence means everything. You
It's not the
understand why this is
existence.
important.
Unfortunately,
There's still a part that makes you understand why this is important, why we're asking these questions. And as she's talking, her sympathetic brain is being overridden by this practical knowledge of this is what she studied, this has become her life, magic is her existence, and she wants to understand, both to help him and also to understand what's going on so that eventually maybe she'll understand it herself.
there's not much I can tell you.
That's what you can.
I roll an insight on that statement?
Yeah, go ahead.
Excellent. Thank you. Oh, 1 second. Hey,
Mhm.
you're going to do great for me, and I thank you in advance. Thank you.
Clickety clackety clock.
Yeah, that's a natural 4. I didn't get shit.
I said lick it.
No, don't lick it. That's weird.
Always lick
I
it.
will fucking put you in the compressor, you little
Actually.
piece of shit.
Didn't you just get new dice for it?
Yeah, and this is what happens every time that I play D&D. I get fucked by my dice all night.
Have you tried
If
rubbing it on your tit?
No,
Try
and
that
I'm
later.
not going to.
Later when no one's looking.
Can I assist with Ronek's insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll again, Ronnie. You get an advantage.
Oh,
with this insight.
okay, let's roll my advantage dice. Okay, that is significantly better. We went to a total of insight 23.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
From the bit of information that you're getting from him and the fact that he isn't quite alive as he's claimed, it seems that there isn't much he can tell you. He seemed pretty sincere about that.
Ronak, in that moment, as he kind of weighs and measures the words of this being before him, and it's simply that. It's not a man, it is a being. And there's this glower that's almost judgmental in nature as dark eyes are cast down upon it. And he looks to Kathios Totem Nissa, says, I've traveled with the three of you the longest. Glances briefly for just a second over at his new companion. Then back to the others, and he continues, this one has nothing to offer us. They defile the laws of nature and the souls of their victims. There is only one place for people like this, and it's an almost uncharacteristically absolute statement from Ronak.
Cathios hardens her gaze. Should we end him?
Wait. Before we do, if we end you, will you come back?
Good question.
Who knows?
Or
I
do
come
we need
back
to make it?
once.
Did you have a body then?
I don't know. When I was alive, I had a body, and then I died. What happened to it after that, I don't know.
Since I kind of know him, can I make a history check or something?
Yeah, you can
Why not?
try. Yeah. You're vaguely familiar. Yeah, you might know something about him
I
personally.
might definitely know something about him. That's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay. You know that after his death, he had a funeral that was celebrated because he was a very well-known and well-renowned professor for his time.
Mm-hmm.
And you assume, based on that information, that he probably had a proper burial.
But I mean, did he have a body to bury?
There would have been yes, there was a body to
Okay.
bury. Yeah, he died of assumed natural causes. He was quite old.
So if there was a body last time, if we reduce it to ashes, presumably there couldn't be something to be brought back.
Let's put him out of his misery.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably. I can't answer that for you. Most of my information into magic is gone, other than what my task required of me.
I think it'd be a good idea to put this man to sleep.
Well,
Let
where
him
are you?
rest his life.
I agree. Where is your body? Where are you buried?
Might be what we're looking at right now.
I have no idea. I know nothing of my past life. I was simply brought back for my acumen in necromancy, and that is it.
past life was incredibly impressive, if I say so myself, which I do. So, it was incredibly impressive.
Hmm.
But I bet we could remove his soul from his mortal coil, so to speak, and inject him back into the ether and maybe put him in the hands of a different god. What do you think, Bard?
Excuse me?
Just double checking. Do you think we could yeet his soul back into the universe where it belongs? Put him in the hands of a different god? I think he deserves that if he's being compelled to do this.
His fate doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we are alone with our actions, no matter the justification that we paint for it.
You
That's a
sound
bit
lot
rough.
like him. Interesting.
That's terrifying.
I have to agree with Ronick. Looking at this carnage and the people, what used to be people here.
Adrian's
Appius
just
is
going
right.
to compel, start clenching in on the witch's bolt as much as she possibly can.
Death comes for us all. It is only a matter of time. My task merely to sped up the process for some. As the spell starts to take hold on him, as his body becomes racked with pain.
That's a lot, dude. That's a lot of 12s. That's 2 12s so far. There's another one. You could dice. Go over there now.
Alright, so
You will not be remembered.
Actually, if you will, it's the god he serves that we're not sure about.
As I write a note.
Ronick looks over to Adrian and says, his god means nothing.
No,
Blindly
that's the god
obeying
who
a
brought him
command
back.
is a sin in and of itself. We are
That's the god
alone
who
with
brought
our
him back.
actions.
If you are compelled, you have no choice. Did you not compel him to sit down, kneel, and give us his book? To tie him up? Did you not compel him to do that? Who says he wasn't compelled to be brought back? Who says this is what he wanted as she's still witch bolting this?
I have heard enough. You justify things with your reasons. My spells compel one for a small period of time.
You are not
But
a
even
god.
then, one can will against it.
Are you not a god? God
Did he
do
not
things-
slaughter an entire village?
Gods
Where
things
do
on their own.
where do you get off? Weighing the loss of the countless lives in this place. Think you that a soul such as his that has done this is worthy of redemption? No. The women, the children, the fathers, the mothers, the brothers, the sisters, all lost due to his actions, compelled or not.
Hey,
Thin,
Jaden, how you
see.
doing?
Justice
Oh, thank you
is
for your likes.
justice.
And
And
he
the eyes seem to grow darker in that moment.
Adrian holds up the collar with her other hand, and he will repent for that in his own time.
See to it what you will.
You are not judging.
I've seen
her.
enough here. As he goes to turn, half turns back towards you. Judge as I will. He has been weighed, he has been measured, and he has been found full of sin.
And he is
And to the others that have been around Ronick, this is very uncharacteristic.
Just because he is weak of spirit does not mean that he deserves whatever it is you want. And Adrian's going to try to finish him off as much as she can, as quickly as possible.
Ronick has already left the cave.
it's too late for everything. As he takes his last breath,
May you be judged by whatever God deems it necessary.
and his body shrivels up and disappears like the demons did.
Quick question, does Ronick have the book on him, or did he just wrap it up?
I'm assuming he took it.
Sit on him, yes. That's correct.
Okay, because I was gonna take it if he wasn't looking. Yoink.
I'm gonna go back and resolve a couple of rolls since we did some dialogue. The 18 to try to understand the magic that was compelling or controlling Arthur. Something strange and powerful that you're not familiar with. As for the arcane circle on the floor, as I sort of described before, but with more detail now, it's a mix of different magics. You can tell that with some study that even though that this isn't common for different schools of magics to be mixed together and used in such a way, that it was pretty clear that he used this circle to feed either the people or their souls or their spirits or energies or whatever into it to power it to generate something, and in this case he summoned a demon.
Adrian's trying to do her best to copy it as perfectly and exactly as she can.
With Arthur's death, the circle begins to disappear.
Yeah, she wanted to do that before she started interrogating.
Yeah, and you've got a majority of it, but any intricate details that were in the circle are beginning to get lost, and you lose out on some of those.
Yeah. As much as she can, as quickly as she can, without
Right.
mussing it. She's very detail-oriented, like her nails.
Alright. Arthur is dead, the demon is dead, and Ronick has, after an altercation with your new party member, has stormed out of the cave, leaving the rest of you just in there in silence, under dim light.
I'll be right back. Real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
This is gonna go after Ronick.
Okay. This rushes out of the cave behind Ronick.
Not really a rush, just kind of more like a casual follow him out and approach
Okay.
and take out a joint and offer it to him.
Totem smells it like, oh, yes.
Let it
God.
back.
Electric lettuce.
Alright. Alright, so Ronick and Missy, you have a moment.
Things got a little heated in there, you could say. Are you okay?
I'm fine. He turns back towards Anissa, and you see just clouded eyes. The lines besought with almost black veins running up them. I see everything with a perfect clarity in this moment, actually.
Yeah, I can tell. Your eyes look pretty wild right now. What's up with that?
Two voices of Ronix respond to you. This is simply the eyes of one who can see and weigh and measure a soul for what it truly is.
Have you always been able to do this?
Doesn't matter.
Just curious. Kind of cool. Kind of like a badass.
There are two distinct voices. It's as though Ronix's voice in different octaves seem to resonate out as he responds to you, except this time it's almost three that you pick up. Something of that nature, I suppose.
pretty useful cantrip to light the joint and take a toke. This day is way more intense than I anticipated.
Such use is frowned upon outside of specific ceremonies.
Well, I'll share with Totem later then, I guess.
What would you have done?
I don't know. I don't feel sorry for him. Like, wow, sucks that you were weak enough to be compelled by something, but it's not an excuse to kill a whole fucking town.
Your eyes behold then the cause of justice.
Would have been nice if he had more information. I regret using any healing magics on him. Kind of an asshole.
Yes, I attempted to divulge what information I could.
Inside shit.
I was waiting for that.
It's like, I hear her, she's getting real quiet.
13.
Oh, should I, DM, should I roll a counter deception?
Are you trying to hide, or are you just, are you, actively trying to deceive Nissa? If not, then she can, pick up on...
He's
So
not,
DM,
but
I'm
one
going-
of his
I'm-
pet voices is.
Something along that line.
Do you need to message me something?
Una momento, yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
just message you to see how you would like to proceed.
Okay, okay. Okay. She has a little bit of history with you, Ronick, and things that you've spoke about before. She may be able to discern some how much you want to divulge with a 13.
This isn't right. I mean, obviously the cloudiness of his eyes, the black veins creeping up each side of the eyeballs at the corners, that's maybe a situation where you would be wary of some kind of magical effects upon somebody. But the words that Ronick spouts now, Ronick is a rather kind and caring individual, but there's a sort of neutral callousness in his words right now, and more of almost a fervor, a drive towards justice, and a vehement anger towards anything that denies that singular principle.
Question for DM, can we hear any of this?
No, they've left the cave. You may hear that they're talking, but you can roll a perception, and
Yes.
maybe you can pick up on it at a distance
I want
if
to.
it's high
I'm
enough.
not sure if you saw that I
You
did
did
have
some stuff.
Adrian follow them out.
Oh, okay, I missed that last line.
Yeah.
Were you trying to hide yourself?
Oh, yes, I see that.
No, she's just kind of
Okay.
she's made herself kind of small, not invisible, she's
Okay.
sorry, kind of small, just sort of smaller, because she knows she's a vibrant presence, so she's
Right.
Oh, hun.
Okay. So, unfortunately, Cathios, you just know that there's some people talking. Obviously, it's your companions outside the cave having a conversation, but you can't hear exactly what it is they're being said. Adrian, having followed them out sort of quietly, picked up on the majority of what was said.
Okay.
You guys are free to leave the cave, though, if you want to, unless there's something else you wanted to do here.
I want to search around, see if I can see anything useful, I don't know, any
Okay.
other things that the necromancer guy left.
Okay, so let's just hop over to Cathius and Totem real quick, and they can do a little bit of digging around and see if they find anything. Go ahead and roll some investigation.
Stop fucking me over. Ah!
Totem, did you want to assist, or are you playing the supervisor role?
I'll assist.
Can I inspire him with my will,
Please?
like as a person?
Yeah.
Please?
I'll assist.
Please? Wait! The memory of JM.
The memory of JM. Nah, she used that already.
No, the determination of I accidentally killed this dog. I need to know what I did wrong.
Yes.
Okay, one time, and then the effects of that one. I'll allow it this once. Go ahead and roll one more.
Okay. So I'm going to use physical dice. New dice.
Ooh, nice.
I have a
Okay.
little tiny bell on it.
So is it a d20 I roll plus my...
It'll be your d20 plus your... Yes.
Okay. 17 plus...
There you go. Should be 1, because it says 1 on your investigation, so...
Okay, thank you. So
Yeah,
18?
or it's intelligence, yeah. So 18. So you move about the cave, and you see a lot of dismembered bodies, completely indiscernible. Not anything of value. When Arthur died, everything on his person left with him. Ronick seemed to have been able to take the only thing that might have been of value. Unless you want to dig through the bodies on the floor, the circle, also as I said before, has completely disappeared as well. There was an item in the middle of the circle that you had noticed previously, but it is now gone also. So there isn't much here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dig through bodies.
Yeah,
respect
I
your
didn't
time.
think so. Right, absolutely. So nothing worth of anything of note currently in the cave that you can tell.
Okay. I'm gonna leave the cave also, but I also want to go check on Ronick. Because since that was very uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm assuming Totem, you're just gonna follow her out as well. You're all gonna leave.
Actually, Totem's gonna take a long rest.
Oh, great. Okay. Go ahead and pull out your bedroll and
Pull open the ribcage.
Yep, absolutely.
No, I'm
Just
gonna
like curl up, get nice and cozy.
I'm gonna follow that too.
Alright, so let's move you guys.
Oh shit, do you think to check on Bartholomew? He's probably like
Yeah.
wrapped
He's
in
been silent the whole time.
Having
We don't really know that guy.
Yeah, we've spoken to him like once.
Yeah, that's true.
So Adrian has kind of been watching all of this, and there's a part of her that when Ronick's been talking, there's a part, she like flinches at some point, like something kind of hurt her deep down, and she takes a moment, takes a breath, and kind of cautiously, like, you know, when you're kind of approaching a dog that's really mad at you, and just like very quietly, like, little by little gets closer, she kind of goes up and goes, "It was Ronick, right? That's your name?"
What of it?
I'm sorry. I feel like we probably got off on the wrong foot, but I don't know if you'd be interested or not, but I think JM liked you a lot. Juniorman, I think he liked you a lot, and he's very picky about the people that he likes, and
The dog is of no concern to us. To me.
she's still holding the collar, and she looks at him, and she's trying to speak through whatever's happening. There's a part of her that understands that there's some sort of darkness in there, something kind of stalwart, stagnant, like, true. And she's trying to talk through that to Ronick, who was very quiet and soft-spoken and seemed to like her dog a lot. And she looks and goes, if you allow it, later, I could use your help to bring him back. Because I can do that. It's easier if somebody helps me, especially if somebody you liked. You can say no. It's okay. I understand. But if there's any part of you that would be willing to help me with that, I would appreciate it. Again, you don't have to. And she's like really nervous and she's like shaking as she's holding this little tiny dog collar in her hands. But if you allow it, he's very, very good. Very good. Again, you can say no. It's okay. I thought that you would have liked to help to bring him back.
There's momentarily the tiniest flash of that light silver that, though briefly you've known Ronick, you recognize in his eyes, and it flashes back to that same cloudy darkness as he glowers down at you and says, "The nature of spirits differs from that of mortals. When mortals pass, they are destined to die and be reincarnated at another point. Your spirit is a rather simple matter. One of your ability with magic should easily be able to revive it on their own. You do not need me for this. What is your true aim?"
My spirit is very simple. Jam's is not. Jam is not mortal. Jam is... And she briefly gestures to above. Jam is a little more complicated. And it helps to have somebody who's more aligned with that. Bring him back.
Your ability is enough. It's proven enough in the past, has it not?
Yes and no, it's a very gray line.
What are you aiming to gain?
Friendship?
I have no need of such things.
You don't, but I do. They do. And she kind of gestures to Nissa and the others as they're leaving the cave. Friendship is a lot. Friendship is important.
Why do you journey with us?
I just met you guys. So, I don't know, outside of the fact that, you guys are kind of cool. And she glances back towards the cave, and there's that darkness from earlier kind of passes over for a moment, and she steels herself, and she stands back upright, because before she was hunched as she was holding this and shaking. And she pulls herself together and goes, I mean, aren't more brains better than just the one? After all, I mean, we all can't be everything all at once. And you have been incredibly impressive, and I'm not sure what all this is about, outside of the fact that it's incredibly fascinating. But I don't know, I thought it would be really informative to adventure with you guys instead of going on my own, especially because my dad is like, oh, Adrian, don't be alone again. Last time you went alone, you did all these things happen. And my mom was like, no, not again. So, you know, it's just kind of like, it's easier when you're in a group. And also because you guys are kind of confident, it seems. You guys know what you're doing. And because, you know, sometimes magic goes a little awry, you know, but you seem like an incredibly passionate person who knows what they want. And I find that fascinating, and I kind of envy it, and I want to learn from that.
He glances back towards Nissa, to Cathios, and to Totem. They are people. that have taken on a great journey to stop an evil force that has caused untold suffering to hundreds, to thousands. They are arbiters of justice. That I cannot fully convey my approval of enough. Do not concern yourself with such trivialities.
I'm not concerned, I'm curious.
Do not be curious.
Well, you can't tell me what to do. I'm already doing it. It's just, this would be easier, like, if we could, like, get along.
Are we not getting along?
I don't know. That's why that's why I'm asking.
We presume that we are getting along finely. Shall we continue the journey?
She kind of glances over and is like, we? Is this normal? Is we normal?
Nissa just shrugs.
Oh.
Does Nissa still have, like, the thing in her hand? The smoke?
Oh, yeah.
May I try that?
Sure. She'll pass it over.
She takes it and just, like,
There is no festival that allows that to be legal at this time.
the festival is, I can no longer feel my tongue. And she hands it back to Nissa.
The festival is life, man.
Also, if you think about it, technically, if a festival is lost like 1,000 years ago, we can still feel it now. So it could be that today is a festival, we just don't know about it.
Your words are hollow. However,
No, but my words are actually, like, technically vibrations in the sky, so they're technically not hollow. Although I could make them physical. I think I have a spell for that. Hang on, and she, like, opens up her book.
Nissa, your people do have different festivals, correct?
Yeah, we have a couple every year.
I see. Then it is not
Some
the
are more
lack of a
fun than
festival,
others.
rather my own lack of understanding of your cultural festivals. My apologies. Please, celebrate as you will for whatever festival is necessary and is pertinent to this time.
I don't know what to do about fucking Ronic right now. You're being weird.
You're being weird.
Turn.
Yeah, go ahead, Kim.
Okay, so Kathios is gonna come over to Ronick and does she see the black veins?
100%, he's not hiding it whatsoever.
You guys see the what's happening to him.
Must get
Like,
hot.
normally what are like the whites of his eyes and like a sort of light playful silver that catches the sun are like clouded in darkness right now.
Ronick, I can't imagine. I know you've said a little bit of what you've been through. I can't imagine coming upon this and what is going on. And I can't presume to just assume that this isn't like you. But something, you do not seem okay. I really don't think you're okay right now.
You seek to judge us, to judge me.
Not to judge, but you're speaking of justice a lot. Justice can be just as evil as the wrong thing.
No. Justice is an ideal. Justice is greater than you, than me, than any of us. It is the twisted logic of mortals that warps justice into something ugly, that takes something perfect and turns it into something that harms so many.
That's true. It can be twisted. There's things but who are we to say what is perfect justice? Justice, like, right now is that dragons are wrong, and what about yours? If you're seeking true justice, why do you have your dragon?
we do not possess such, and almost as though it looks over shocked, it realizes there's a hand clutching down the hat. And in this moment, Ronick like reaches up and almost seems to be struggling as one hand goes to lift the hat. And this is, justice is absolute. Justice is the one force that drives this world. Justice!
Justice is a figment of your imagination.
Justice means nothing! And Ronick, you can see the kind of cloudiness fading for a moment. It is the bones of our companions that means... And there's this sort of moment where he falls almost to his knees. Almost in a desperate bid, a confrontation with himself, or something even beyond that. The three voices scream in an almost harmonic unison, their voices raising into a crescendo and crashing. And after a few silent moments, there's only the labored breathing of a singular voice. As the figure of Ronick rises, once more, silver glowing in his eyes.
Cassius races over and gives him a hug.
Thank you, Athos.
Ronick, you're back.
I'm sorry, everyone.
That was like really weird.
What the... Go
That
ahead, buddy.
it's fine. It's time that I told you all. I'm sorry that I hid it from you, but I was ashamed of what I truly am. I've studied the practice of being a bard. The reason is I wanted desperately to inspire people through my stories and tales. But running in my veins is a cursed power. You see, the people of my home, Tajville, they're taught good thoughts, good words, good deeds. It's simply a creed in which we lived. But the truth of it all is much darker. The truth is that those are three tenets that we live in, so that we may pass the judgment of the three calls when we pass on to the next life. Kalis, Kalor, and Kolav. They're the three judges that weigh the souls of mortals, and where I come from. I fear that long ago my family, as the protectors, as the leaders of Tajville, a distant ancestor of mine made a pact with them. And what you saw, what you were speaking with, it wasn't me. It was them.
Well, that much clearer.
No. I suppose it would be.
I noticed it too, and I don't even know you. If that helps. I don't know if it helps.
Ronick, I'm sorry to bombard you with questions, but that really scared me. What can we do to help you fight that? You're not you're not alone.
It terrified me as well. If any of you, and his gaze lingers on Totem for a moment. Have you ever felt as though something overtakes you? You can't control it.
Yes. It comes every once in a great while, but yes, it does.
Didn't know how to fight back. And just when I saw him there, when I saw Arthur, and thinking about all the things that he did, the way that he hurt all of those people, I know that I swore to be a pacifist, but this anger coursed through me, and for a moment you see that same cloudiness again set in, but
Hey.
he beats it back. No, I think it's... I think anger is the trigger. I have to remember who I am, who I swore to be. It's so easy to be lost.
Need a ground.
Would you like to
Ground.
help me bring? Would you like to help me bring Jam back?
Of course I would.
That might help.
Need a ground. When I mentioned your dragon, maybe he could be the
Right.
ground.
He reaches up and he lifts the hat. And you see kind of curled up the dole-scaled figure of where you kind of stretches out and yawns, and Ronick looks up. And a broad smile spreads across his gray face. Tears welling up in his silver eyes for a moment, streaking down the sharp cheekbones of his countenance. I suppose that's an easy one, isn't it? As every time I see that little one, well, it reminds me of all of you. Just reminds me of something that I need to continue for. Yes, you're right. Something to crown me.
Alright,
Rise beyond your years, Cathius.
quick question.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting late. Not that I want to wrap up, but we usually have taken a break at this point already. Do you guys want to take a quick 5 and then we'll continue a little bit more before we wrap up?
Yes, please.
That's my
Ah,
ghost.
or whatever. You were also engaged in RP. I actually wasn't even watching the clock. And I just looked now and I'm like, oh man, we missed break time. So yeah, let's just do a quick little break and we can do a little bit more before we wrap up for the night.
Real quick.
All right.
The
Yeah.
moment that hat leaves, Adrian just like full on anime, just like big hard eyes, dragon.
I totally forgot Adrian didn't know about the dragon.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Like you do.
Yeah, like you do.
No.
That's right. All right, we'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Alright guys, we'll be right back about 5 minutes, so I'll take a quick break. I'll be right back.
shit. This is so good.
Yeah.
I already know who my inspiration's going to.
Me too.
Yeah. Ronick won this one.
Yeah. Gosh, it's like so hard because checking back into like playing because it's been like such a long time. I'm all.
Yeah, playing your character's always been silent. Maybe it's time to change it up a bit and make him more dynamic. Like, never expected that from Ronick.
Yeah.
And then dynamic.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Totem's turn.
Yeah. I know. Just wait for a right moment to like shine like this kind of like.
There's never a right moment.
Yeah.
There never is a right moment. Do you have an idea? Put it in there. I mean, this is imaginary land.
Yeah.
What can go wrong? Being that's the fun
Everything.
part. Oh man, that part with Ronick, I had to pause my music and everything. It was like,
Oh.
Yeah, damn, that was pretty damn good. My freaking hairs are all standing up like, like, wow.
Heck yeah.
I hate to admit this, but I lost all my notes on everybody's dragon's names, so that's why I kept saying I wanted to say his name real. So I'm so glad you said it at the end. But I lost
All right.
those, but now I have a place where they'll never get lost.
The Forever
Excellent.
Book. Yay!
Forever back. I think Katie might be back. I heard her sneezing.
Uh-huh. Oh, we can wait a minute. I hope the pages are big enough, Kim. It was really difficult finding a journal that had like anything close to regular size pages because all the journals I looked up that were really cool had like
This.
4x6, and I'm like, that's not nearly big enough to be writing notes in. So that was the biggest one I could find.
Thank you so
Katie's
much.
back.
Oh,
All right, yeah, good. Okay, cool.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
It's where I couldn't read them, and I'm really sad. Because my mom kind of gestured at the stool for a moment, and then looked at me and looked at the stool again. I was like, no, never mind, that's a bad idea. Like, I know.
Don't do it. All right, so let's switch back here.
One's watermelon.
Oh, beautiful.
We're back. All right, so Ronick has just revealed a dragon, and you guys all had a moment and took your turns trying to bring Ronick back from his descent
Possession.
into his possession, and the mentioning of his dragon eventually brought him back, knowing that his friends and comrades and the people important to him and close to him were what's keeping him grounded in who he is. So, but now there's a dragon, and Adrian has seen it,
And Adrian is currently losing her shit.
And also, Totem's gonna walk up to Ronick and kind of sit there and also kind of give him like a more sturdy ground like. And he goes, you know, Ronick, we all have lost something in this world. Something that we never will get back. He's like, but the thing that always helped me is, having friends, having all you guys. Because to me, you guys are all like my family and stuff. He's all, every time, I feel the anger, the rage, he's the thing that helped me the most is at least looking back at one of you and kind of helping me out a little bit.
You're right, Totem. Too long, I've been chained in the pain of my past. And he kind of casts a look to all of you. That at times I forget what I have here in my present. I hope you'll accept my apologies.
I do, my friend. And I understand.
Not even necessary.
But is it necessary?
There's Ronick.
And Nissa,
It was a play on your name.
and Nissa, how dare you put that stuff away before I take a hit.
Before I take it.
Oh, Nissa, you used the electric lettuce? Goodness. Oh, things must have been dire.
Oh. Oh, sorry.
Adrian kind of like blinks back to a moment and then realizes that a joke is being told. She's like, "Ha! No, wait, I get that one."
But everyone, should we search the village now that
Hey,
the
old
Arthur
hippie guy, how you
dispatched and
doing?
the zombie's gone? Maybe. There might just be survivors out here. And somebody should check on Bartholomew, right?
Oh,
Can
we
someone
got
explain the
him.
dragons?
Come with me. I'll explain in due time.
There's dragons? No, but like dragons though.
It's a long story.
But dragons, can I hold? Can I?
No, you may not.
Okay.
Fine, if I can
She
hold the
kind of just,
dog,
like-
then you
she
can
just
hold
kinda
Ryu for a bit.
She just kind of looks at the ground and picks at her. I tried.
Okay,
to
he like
offer
lifts his head. You can
her.
pet him.
I
If
did
he
offer
likes you.
I offered you the dog and you said no.
Come on now. And he like points up to his head. Ryu
No.
kind of like
No.
perks his
no.
head out.
Never mind. Never mind.
Oh, you're
You
gonna
said
shoot
no to
him
the dog.
down now.
No, I'm shooting you down. You said no to the dog, and he was really.
That
sorry
wasn't
about that.
him. That was the
I
weird thing.
don't care.
Well,
Don't care.
Totally.
All right.
Wow, you
well,
make
it's just
excuses
us.
for the murderer being compelled, but not our friend.
He said no to the JM. That's a different story. And she kind of sniffles and wanders away.
Nissa, do you want to go with her? I'll go with somebody, anybody
No.
else?
I told him
Nobody?
we'll go. I told him we'll go. Hey, Adrian, catch! Tosses rage.
No,
She
I
just
still
immediately
have
turns
no, I still
Oh, yeah,
have
you
rage.
do.
You lost your privileges.
Right, you don't have it.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, she
You
hears
lost
that.
the
She
dragon
turns around.
privilege.
That's right. That's right.
She still hears those words. She turns around, ready to catch whatever. Just
We'll
instinctively.
prestidigitation again on my hat.
Oh wait, I forgot. Rage. It's the weekend, so rage is with the other parent.
Cathio's just,
Oh, I see. Yeah,
She just-
I'll go with Kathios or Nissa.
well, I do want to go check on the villagers. That's where I'm headed first.
Should we not wait till dawn?
Yeah, it's
There's no
it's-
time. If there's any survivors, we need to find them as soon
Wait,
as we
what
can.
time is it dark?
It's dark outside. It's nighttime.
I'll go ahead and lift up with my trunk the shielded lantern to kind of guide some light with us as well. Even though Kathios can see in the dark. Actually, Totem, you don't have dark vision, right?
No.
I'll go ahead and partner up with Totem because like he would need light to see.
Good idea.
I feel like Kathios would be better off going in a different direction to scout out more of the village for survivors, given that they don't really need any light to see.
I'll go with Kathios.
Adrian, you're welcome to join us. I don't
She's
think you
kind
can
of-
see in the dark.
She's kind of in a distance. She's got her own lantern. She's kind of at a distance. And if you look hard enough, like she's quiet, but she's shaking ever so slightly as she's walking quietly.
Do I notice that with an 11 passive perception?
You've got a lantern and you were shining it around, so yeah, you could have reasonably seen it.
She's holding it, so I'm assuming the lantern is also
Yeah.
probably shaking
A
slightly.
little bit, sure. Mm-hmm.
Totem. Hey,
Yes.
I feel like something might be wrong with Adrian. Maybe we should go check in on her, you know?
Oh.
See if she's alright after everything that's, you know,
Is this like the wingman thing?
Oh wait, are you
No. You brought it up, so I thought it was you this time.
Oh, I'm well, I'm not interested in that
She's
sort of way.
pretty and scantily clad.
Hey, Adrian, Ronick needs you.
No, that's not.
Oh,
No, it wasn't.
oh, not need. Oh, he wants you.
No. His like gray face starts to redden just slightly. It's like that's no. I thought that we should check on her because she seems distraught, not because I'm looking for a wingman. After all, I don't know what kind of a wingman I would need. I don't really know what I want, so it's. But I mean, you clearly with that you.
Oh,
I presume
so you don't know what. So you want to check on her because you don't know what you want.
Totem.
Oh, Totem, that's exactly it. Tell me what I want, what I really, really want.
Well, that is a female, and you are a male, so I think you might want.
I don't even know. This is completely uncharted territory. There was that one gal with a book, though. I have to admit, though, it was really more the book and maybe the possibility of it engaging dialogue, but I mean, do you think that I should?
Oh, I say why not?
Well,
Hurry up, Adrian.
no!
Oh my god.
Here's her Nivian turns around. I'm sorry, what?
There you go,
Totem,
Ronick.
Totem was asking. Totem holds up the lantern. We were just checking on you, as because how do I do this?
Oh, I didn't get hurt in the fight, if that's what you're worried about.
Where's Cathios?
She's gone.
You
Yeah,
want
off
you,
with Nissa.
Her is there gone.
so now Cathios?
No. I didn't mean Cathios like that.
Sorry, Totem's very confused.
That's all
She's
right.
kinda-
Look,
She stares at them awkwardly and just like, okay, and then goes back to what she was doing. Still
wait, no,
I'll get Nissa
Adrian.
for the future.
No, we should stick together. Together.
Echoes in the darkness.
She's kind of stops, turns around again. What? It's okay. No, if you guys need to be together because you guys are like this, close friends, that's okay. I
You look so great,
understand.
Totem.
I'm
If
don't-
you guys are friends, I understand. I can go look on my own. It's okay. I don't want to be an inconvenience.
Ronick,
What?
Totem is very uncomfortable if you want me.
No, I'm not. I'm not interested in you necessarily. I mean, maybe
is this
if you
trunk size?
perhaps
Are you comparing?
read about the history of Baldur's Gate, because the first invasion in the Second Era was. Anyway,
It's from there.
Hey, Ronick, do you know that is not a trunk I have, right?
oh, trust me, I'm well aware of the fact that you're not a fellow Loxodon.
Oh, okay.
You and I are wait, a moment. No, I heard the term. It was up near Neverwinter. Oh yes, and he kind of like crumples up a fist, bros, and he like extends the fist.
Ah, yes.
Why are your hands so soft? I would have really thought that as a hardened warrior that your hands would be a lot more calloused, but what do you moisturize with?
The blood of his enemies.
Well, I didn't realize you were filling up my hand, but I'll take it back.
Oh, and he kind of pulls his fist back. You do it's the bro thing where you you make a fist and they make a fist and you it's like a high five but with fists sort of, but more gentle so that you don't break the other person's knuckles, especially in your case.
Oh, okay. So Totem will hold his hand up there so he doesn't hit.
Ah, yeah, bros, haha. Well, that's great. Great.
It's about this time that
Adrian's
Bartholomew comes shuffling out of the cave, just kind of slowly.
Here?
Wow. Yes, he is.
For Bartholomew.
This is not redacted, okay?
Wait, no, actually,
Who?
the moment Bartholomew
Exactly.
appears out of the cave, Adrian's gonna stop, turn around, and just march directly towards him, like fucking model power walk towards him.
You get close to Bartholomew, and he looks very just sad and upset.
She doesn't care, she's linking arms with him. Pats his arm very gently. We are now friends, and you're going to help me. We're gonna look for people, okay?
That's
Okay,
fine.
we're gonna go. And she just drags him. Doesn't care what he's saying, she just drags him.
Please let go of my arm.
Nope, she takes him with her.
Can me, Ronick, see this?
Surprisingly
Totem, I
strong.
thought the consent was key. This doesn't seem like a good
He's
thing.
consenting!
So-
And
I
as they
don't
go
think
away.
he is. I know how to read people, and that's not consent.
So, you're not interested no more?
Wait. Oh no, with Adrian? No, I didn't really know her that well. No, I don't really know what I'm looking for, I suppose.
You know, as a Goliath, that means hell yes. No consent. Just drag you along.
Oh my goodness, no, goodness, that's Totem, no. I mean, I've read so many romance novels. You have to make grand romantic gestures, sweep them off their feet, make them feel like they're always wanted. And only when you have consent do you move on to, well, the spicier parts of the novel, as I might say.
Oh. And he'll act like he's pulling out a notebook, but it's just his hand, and he act like he's writing down. Noted.
All right, let's jump over to Cathios and Nissa real quick. So they've marched off into the darkness to search for somebody
wait.
in the village.
Alright, you want us to roll?
Yeah, you guys can roll investigation. Probably would be suitable for this circumstance.
Oh wait, I'm not using digital dice. Fuck that.
I'm not good at that.
10.
Ooh, 17 plus.
Cathios, are you gonna roll as well?
Yeah, I got an 18.
You're muted, I think, Kim.
Oh,
There you
oh, sorry. Yeah, I got
No.
an 18.
Oh, okay.
Much better.
All right, so the two of you kind of move from house to house. They're pretty easy to look through. These are pretty simple farmhouses. They're small, usually small family, 2 room, maybe 3 rooms at most, but the interiors don't have doors. So you can kind of peek in and do a quick once over the house as you get to them. And from what you can tell, the few houses you've checked so far are empty. Some of the houses seem like they were undisturbed, maybe from the morning prior. They hadn't been attended since, and maybe some of them look like they've been rummaged through, or people were trying to run or escape from the house in a hurry and have knocked some things over. But you don't notice anyone from the
No
house.
signs of life.
No signs of people.
This isn't looking very promising.
Looks like that creepy dude really did a number on this village.
Can you imagine just like living your life as a normal person and someone just comes in and like starts turning things into zombies, and all of a sudden there's all these dead people and the zombies are making more zombies? That's terrible.
Catheo shivers. Like, what her bony spines would, like, kind of shake a bit.
They like rattle.
Yeah, they rattle. So, I hate to ask this. Would you want to share some of your. Ronick called it electric lettuce.
Oh, totally. And it's only like a little tiny, like, stub of a joint left. She says, you can have the rest of it if you want.
Thank you.
My census is tingling.
No, it's not your turn. You trash over there.
Cassios takes a like just a taste test, just kind of inhales a little bit, coughs. Like, oh, that is not what I was expecting. You make it look so easy.
It comes with practice.
So, how many of these until I'm like on your level?
I don't know. I run it kind of a different baseline as other people. The stuff is pretty common in my village. Like, some people have their glass of wine or ale at the end of the night, but like most people where I come from, just, you know.
If I had some ale, I would definitely shut that down right now. As she takes another one and coughs again. Deeper this time.
Maybe we should shift the focus of our search into trying to find somewhere to rest.
That's a great idea.
Honestly, it doesn't even sound like there's any life in this town anymore.
Maybe find a spot that's not covered in. She takes another hit.
Yeah. Maybe one of the houses that looks like people escaped or tried to, so there's no one inside.
Yeah. So how's it looking for us finding that DM?
A house that you can stay in. None of the houses that have searched through, I'd say 3 or 4 at this point. There's no like bodies or blood or or anything like that. They're all abandoned, and like I said, some of them are disheveled, as if people either are running through or what have you. But there's no sign of like dead people or anything that would be concerning that you can tell.
We don't see dead people.
You don't see dead
I have a
people.
quick
You're not Bruce
question.
Willis.
Just a quick question, and it could be metagame, I'm not sure. But Kathios, you're a ranger, right?
Yeah.
Are you able to use some sort of ranger skill to see if you can use that to find anybody who's alive?
Oh, if you like a tracking survival, or would it be survival?
It would be survival.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do survival.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, rangers kind of have that skill at least to be able to see if.
Innately. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Terrible.
Hold up, I'd like to research one thing.
Okay.
Give me just a moment here.
I'd like to research the inside of my eyelids.
Because if Kathios has that, like,
Yes.
has humanoids as a favorite enemy, I think you can, like, or, like, do a detect thing? Kind of like.
So
standard
there's a thing.
awareness.
You can spend 1 spell slot for primeval awareness, which lets you know aberrations, celestial, dragons, elemental, fae, fiend, undead, but it does not apply to humanoid.
Yeah, and I think she was out
She's
of
out of spell slots.
Yeah.
But I think that would be the most applicable thing, but I don't think we can do it right now.
I was just trying to pull from, like, lore knowledge over
Hello,
here.
nobody cares. How you?
What would lore do?
But yeah, I rolled a 7 on my survival with my physical dice, which decided to put it on me.
Yeah. Fortunately, in the dark, you can step outside of the homes and see footprints about, but with the situation you're in right now, it being pitch black outside, and you just can't really discern much. You just know that there were a lot of people moving around.
I need to get the message spell. I don't know how to find everybody.
What about our Rocky Talkies?
Yeah, Rocky Talkies.
That's true. We got Rocky Talkies.
We do?
Yes, Totem
Yeah.
had one and Roddick had one. Last I
Great, they're
remember.
together.
Yeah, they did because they were. Yeah. No, it was either Cathios or Nissa because one of you guys was
Yes,
talking to
Totem
Ronick.
was pissed at it, and he gave his to one of you.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. So one of you guys
Assuming
had.
Cathios.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it was Cathios.
Because that's right, because like Totem was like, stupid rocks.
Yeah.
Please.
Just before you entered the village, when
Bitch ass rocks.
you were deciding whether or not to tell Bartholomew about the dragons.
That's correct, Amundo, right there. Yeah, so we could totally like Rocky talkie to each other.
Yes.
Nice.
Hey, Cathios, did you and Nissa find anything worth note? Let me know. Signed, sincerely, Ronick.
I'm seriously expecting you can respond to this
Wait,
message.
you can respond to this message.
I knew it. Ronick, we found a couple of empty homes that aren't too bad that we could stay in.
No survivors.
No survivors.
Ronick, as the stone vibrates, the message sort of magically making its way up to his ears droop, and he gives a very crestfallen look. He looks over to Totem. It sounds like, in spite of our best efforts, there were no survivors.
Don't worry, my friend. I'd probably say we should probably try to catch up to everyone else, maybe then.
I agree. Let's find Adrian and make our way back to the others.
Sounds good. Remember, keep the head up, my friend.
Keep your head up.
All right, so you guys take a few minutes, kind of finding each other in the dark. Pretty easy considering two groups of you have lanterns. And yeah, what's up?
This whole time, Adrian's like got Bartholomew, and she's got him in this vice grip that he can't really get out of. Mostly just out of her own willpower versus actual strength.
Yeah.
And she's been discussing with him healthy coping mechanisms to deal with his grief and his anger, and genuinely looking around, looking to see if there's anybody at all anywhere.
Well, while you're doing that, he's essentially just been listening quietly, just kind of nodding and understanding the situation that they shouldn't be split up, even though he's not comfortable with you holding his arm. He catches he hears the rest of the group calling for everybody to kind of come together, and he kind of stops Adrian and says, I think we should meet up with the others. I think they found something.
I think that... Don't we have one more house to look at? Just one?
We should probably wait till morning, given the circumstances. It's
Did
not-
I not say... I feel like I said... I could have... I swear I said that. Fine, whatever. Okay. She lets him go and just kind of... It's fine. But also the whole time she's been talking to him, there's like this undertone to her, like her words, that like there's this sort of desperate trying to imprint on him the understanding of not his fault, like that kind of thing. Just all of these things that she's trying to, like, without being like, it's not your fault. Like, she's trying to, like, interweave that in as delicately as possible so that it doesn't even seem like she's telling him that it's not his fault, but just so that he feels like he did everything within his power that he could do.
Right. And like I said, he was nodding along and he was trying to be polite, but at this point, he just wants to get back with the rest of the group, and I think we should rest for the night.
She's
Let's
kind of,
go.
like, she lets him go and just kind of, like, not happily skips behind him, but it's just sort of, you know, Okay, that's fine. That's fair. That is totally, you know what, that's reasonable. That's understandable. Let's go back. We can do that. And then she messages Ronick and just, like, with message, like, within 120 feet, just goes, "You have a dragon! He's so cute! Oh my god." Okay.
Can I respond to this message?
It's the message cantrip.
Holy fuck, I was not expecting that.
So, I'm assuming
she's
there's
kinda
no
like
found
points at me.
anything.
I didn't hear you.
Unfortunately, no.
Right.
Oh.
We should, probably find a place to rest for the night. I don't know the exact hour, but it's very late, and I'm sure we're all exhausted.
There are many houses around here. We could easily set up a guard watch and sleep through the night.
Understood.
We found a couple that weren't too bad. And gross inside that we saw, at least.
We should just make use of it. And, we'll figure out what to do in the morning. Sound good?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Miss Cassio takes another hit.
I'll, take
I'm going to rest near where Cathios is. Just to keep an eye out.
Understood. I'll take first watch, and we can take turns from there.
I'll take second.
So, as everyone's talking about this, Adrian quietly pulls out some chalk and begins drawing runes in the area. And she's going to ritual cast Lehman's tiny hut. As they're talking, she's not even going to say it. She's going to kind of gauge and just start drawing out.
Interesting. I think I've been inside of this. Yes. There was a great wizard, Reginald, that had cast a spell similar to this.
I'm sure there was.
And the moment that, like, the last line connects to the other one, like, poof, dome appears, and it's a nice, perfect temperature inside. It's dry, it's cozy, it's calm, it's soothing. And if
Are
anybody
they
sees it from the outside, and as soon as somebody sees it from the outside, it just kind of somewhat blends in with the background a little bit, just kind of smudged like a weird painting almost.
But are there peanuts?
No.
No.
She opens up her bag. I got, and she starts pulling out, like, I got trail mix, I got
Trail mix, you say?
candy bars, I have, and she just, like, shoves her arm deep into her and pulls it out. Nope, those are boots. Shoves it back down.
I'll stick with my rations. Thank you.
Trail mix? Trail mix?
It's alright.
There's nuts in the trail mix.
Okay.
And there's candy in it.
It's alright. Thank you.
Alright. Well, we can take this magic hut or one of the houses out here, but since Adrian was gracious enough to cast a spell for us, it's probably safer in there anyways. I'm
It's
familiar with
automatic
the
habit.
spell.
I'm real sorry, guys.
Not a problem. It's probably safer than one of these houses anyways. So,
Well, I mean, we could do it, like, in the house if you guys wanted.
no worries. Let's file in and hunker down for the night. We all need the rest.
It's been a long day.
She kind of hesitates a moment. Veronica, do you have, like, an hour and 10 minutes? And
I'll
she
be
holds
home
up the
to
collar
read
to
s-
him.
I see. Yes, of course I can help.
So she's gonna spend the next hour and 10 minutes. She pulls out a block of incense, kind of drops it into like this brazier. She has him sit down. Just sit in this circle right here. Just sit right there.
Yes, right here?
Uh huh. just get comfortable because you're gonna be there for a little while. Like you can shift around and stuff. Like if you need to
How-
change position.
Can I like? Okay, so I can like shift around a little.
Yeah. Just don't leave. And she like, as she's sketching, she draws out this giant
Oh.
octagon. Just don't leave this specific spot.
Okay, I just stay here. Okay, all right.
Yep. And just hold on to that collar. You don't have to hold it tightly or anything. You don't have to think about anything. You could even fall asleep if you wanted to, technically. It's more the intent over anything else. But he liked you a lot, so that's what I'm hoping is that this will help sort of draw him back in a little easier.
Well,
And
I
you
won't
just-
fall asleep.
She just continues sketching about the runes for a moment, and then sets up an incense brazier, and it's like, I hope that you're not allergic to myrrh, because that's been an interesting allergy. Other than that, we should be good, and she's gonna cast Find Familiar to revive Junior Mint. And it takes an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Can I?
All right.
Can Cassius just kind of sit by and watch?
Yeah. You guys are all settled in the hut, so you guys can, make any preparations for the night. Veronica and Adrian ritual spell to bring back JM, and yeah, the night goes.
She pauses a moment, looks at Ronak. Just don't sneeze.
He like pinches his trunk with the free hand.
Oh no.
Whatever you do, don't sneeze. Don't sneeze. Don't think about sneezing. Just don't do it. Okay?
No problem.
Nissa's gonna go in one of the houses and see if she can scrounge up some cozy blankets and pillows.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
There are
She's
basically.
already high. She just wants to be cozy now.
Yep. There are blankets and pillows in all of the houses, so
Nice.
you find some quite easily.
I'm gonna turn this hut into a pillow fort.
Hell yeah.
After like an hour and 10 minutes, Junior Mint just pop back into life.
There you go.
Tiny angel wings for a second, and then they dissipate.
He's back.
Seems that our party is once again complete.
JM just kind of looks up at Ronak and just wags so hard that his whole body is shaking.
That's a good boy.
Body wag.
Reach down and pet him a little bit.
Alright. So now with the party all there, and you guys are settled into the tiny hut for the night, you all managed to get some well-needed rest after the long day and the arduous little bat with Arthur that you had before. And I was going to add on a little bit to that at the end there, but Katie sounds pretty tired, so we can just pick that up on the next session. So, all right. So that was a great session, everyone.
Excellent session, you guys.
Excellent session.
Just to get long rest.
Yes. I'm going to get your experience together here real quick, so go ahead and give out 150 experience. Pick who it is and say right.
All right. So I'll go first. I'm gonna give mine to Ronik. I mean, the emotion, the 1, 2, 3 voice, that was very awesome, and yeah, I was really into it. Wow, nice.
Thank you very much, sir.
Mine's also got to go to Ronick because of that dynamic. You went from sweet Ronick to this control, justice, I am justice thing. Just, it blew my mind. It was so great.
Thank you.
Call him Scary Trunk.
Scary drunk.
No, don't let it go out your nose. Don't let it go out your nose. Don't do it.
I'm gonna give mine to Totem for that little pep talk that he gave Ronik after he came back from losing control. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, awesome, thank you.
I gotta give mine to Kim because she exploded my dog.
Oh, that's terrible.
Just the
Get
absolute
it,
guilt
Virgil.
behind that.
That's
It
terrible.
was just so precious.
Channel your inner John Wick.
I'll take that.
Precious.
Yeah.
Also-
This was. I'm just gonna say, like, this was a really tough one. I think that everybody had really excellent scenes all around. God, like, I wish I could give like all of you guys experience, but that goes against the nature of this. I'm gonna go with Rem on this one because you had really great individual scenes that interfaced well with other people, and that's a really great thing to see in a tabletop. So, yeah, just gotta hand it to you on that one.
Hey. There's so many secrets, man. So many secrets.
I think that was everyone.
Was that?
Aye.
Yep.
All right. Okay, everybody gets 1,000 experience.
Fuck yeah, I'm level 6.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure in the night, at some point in time, Jam's gonna cuddle up with Capios and just like
Oh,
snuggle in.
Puppy snuggles.
two dragons
Dude.
and a puppy. Oh my god.
Listen, Jam is only about like this big. I looked at
Um,
like it's a tiny Yorkie puppy. He's about this big.
So BT Dubs, both Kim and Joe.
Yeah.
I know that you guys have done this once in Beasts, but level 6 tends to be a bit of a bigger one because you're getting like your HP, you're getting something from your subclass, like so you're getting a little bit more. If you guys need to like hit me up to get that, like let me know.
Everyone's level 6 but me.
I have really big shit.
Nowhere near
I've been
six.
waiting for this.
Everybody should be pretty close. How far away are you?
I have like 2,000 more experience to go.
Oh, okay.
I still
All right.
have to, sorry. I still have to get to level 5 and see if I'm at 6.
Yeah.
I'm at 8,000 out of 14,000. I'm good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess I can start doing that.
Alright guys, I'm
Oh.
going to bed.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Thank you guys so much
Dude,
for playing. I had so much fun.
Yeah, excellent session, man.
Yes, thank you. You guys
This is really
were
good.
awesome tonight. It was great.
Storytelling is on point, my dude.
I
Thanks,
have
sir.
never played someone like Adrian before, and I'm so happy.
Awesome.
And, thank you very much to the people that joined in our stream tonight.
Yes, thank you everybody in the stream for picking up the host that Nick laid down and for joining us and hanging out and having some fun.
Absolutely, it's a great time.
I want to be in general because
Yeah.
I've had soju and I want to chat.
I was gonna say, most of us, typically, if you're on the
Alright.
Hoard
Our
Barons
Twitch crew,
Discord,
thanks for
we tend to go on
hanging
general
out.
after games to hang